right, welcome into another edition of the 2023 MLB Draft Show. I'm excited for this one. I got my boy Smitty back in the co-pilot chair. Roch Cholowsky, shortstop, Chandler, Arizona, Hamilton High School. My man, what's going on today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing all right,
Fantastic. We're glad to have you.
We start this the same way every single week. I just got to ask you, man, tell us a little bit about Roch Cholowsky on the field and a little bit about how you operate off the field.
I'll start with off the field. I mean, I work every day. I mean, obviously, because I'm in season for football, so we're in the weight room every day. We're practicing every day. I'm doing all that, but I'm still doing baseball on the side, just trying to stay in that. Never want to get out of the feeling for baseball, obviously. But I'm hardworking. Worry about school too. I mean, school's priority, and then I just love hanging out with my family and friends. And then, on the school, I just like to compete. I mean, anything it is, basketball, baseball, football, I mean, whatever it is, I just like to win. So, I mean, I kind of talk about myself as a competitor, and I just like to bring energy.
I dig it.
Well, let's just jump right into the football thing. You're going into your third year as QB1 now for Hamilton. So just talk to me about how is that for you? Fourth year?
First year of starting.
First year of starting. Okay. First year of starting.
2 years. And then last year we had Nico Markiel, who's the backup right now at West Virginia as a freshman behind JT Daniels.
Okay. So I know you started some games, so I wasn't sure if you were started since you were a sophomore or not. So, but talk to me about how you was first year starter, 3 years on the team. But yeah,
super fun. I mean, I love these kids. I grew up with them, and just playing high school football with them is obviously super fun. I mean, I love baseball, but I mean, I've always had love for football too. And just kind of coming here and playing both has been it's awesome. I mean, I just love playing football with these kids.
How much weight do you put in playing three or more sports? I mean, I think it's kind of a divided topic among the industry. Is it beneficial to play three sports growing up, or is it more beneficial to just like dedicate yourself to one? Kind of where do you lie? What have you taken from three sports?
I personally think it benefits me a lot because, I mean, I'm practicing a lot of stuff in different sports that can benefit to all three. I mean, baseball, the hand-eye coordination is helping a lot with football, obviously. Football, I'm getting bigger and stronger and faster, which is going to translate to the baseball field. I mean, just every sport that I've played has kind of helped out the rest. I mean, I definitely would suggest playing multiple sports growing up. I mean, it's fun too. I'm happy that I grew up playing multiple sports and not devoted myself to one sport. And I feel like that's kind of helped me a lot growing up.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. It's a great answer. Absolutely. I mean, you don't hear that type of broad answer from this, and it's great to hear somebody who's having success in three sports with that kind of answer. But to jump on the baseball side, you've had probably the most prestigious summer out of any, or alongside all the kids in the country right now. Every tournament, every showcase, you've played everywhere this summer. Just talk to me a little bit how your summer has went. How's it been for you, and just talk about the whole experience.
Starting off in North Carolina with the Canes, I mean, it was my first year playing with that Canes organization, and it was eye-opening just seeing everything that they do for us, and I mean, just kind of how they run it. It's super professional. I mean, we're practicing every day, even if we don't have a game. We're showing up a day early, getting all our work done, and that USA tournament was a lot of fun. I think that was my best. I wouldn't say that was kind of my introduction to the team. I mean, I didn't really know anybody there, and I went out there and I played pretty good defense the whole week, and I thought I opened some eyes and just kind of showed everybody who I was, because I mean, it was only my second year playing on like the national level and playing in the summer circuit. So I mean, we went to USA, we hit that one up, that was super fun, and then we went straight down to West Palm Beach and played in the UBC. We ended up winning that one. That was an awesome one. I mean, top 10 teams in the country, just 2 5-team brackets. We played great there. I mean, and then I had to miss PDP just because of football. I mean, I had to come here and football camp, kind of be with these guys. I don't want to spend my whole summer with baseball, just so that for now I'd be ready. And then WWBA, the long one, that was super fun. I mean, 7 days of playing. It's a haul, but I mean, we played 8-9 games, and we had a pretty good record the whole summer, and I felt like I did myself good.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I want to hit on your development a little bit, because you're unique. You're actually the third guy that we've had on this show in the last 3 years that's had a father that's been a scout. And with you having that upbringing, do you think it's changed the way that you've trained or developed, or just kind of keyed in on different parts of your game that maybe the average teenager wouldn't?
Not as much as I think a lot of people think having a scout in the house does. I mean, I obviously get to see like he tells me everything that he looks for in players and things that he's knocked people on and things that he's boosted people on. And I just kind of try and implement that into my game and my everyday life. I mean, because they obviously just don't look at how you play the game. I mean, they look how you are off the field and what kind of person you are. So I just try and be sensible and stay level headed and obviously implement the baseball part of my game.
You know who you remind me of? I know we don't usually do this early, but you seem really structured. You seem really leveled and like eyes on the prize. You remind me a lot of Nolan Arenado. I'm getting those vibes like really early.
He's one of my favorites. Him and Brandon Crawford are two of my favorites to watch.
Yeah, two guys with leather. No surprise.
That's what I wanted to jump into next. So a guy that we've heard your name mentioned around is probably the best defensive glove I've seen in probably the last 5 years. That's Nasim Nunez. It might be an 80 grade glove at shortstop, and that's some names that's been floated around when you hear your name this summer. You mentioned your defense earlier, and that's something that you obviously take a lot of pride in. So just talk to me a little about what goes into your defensive mentality on the field and where your abilities really come from.
I mean, usually I tend to focus on my footwork. I mean, my arm's going to come later on. I mean, I feel like I have a good arm for the age right now, and I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that by just trying to throw hard across the infield. I mean, I mostly work on my footwork. I mean, my hands were – I don't want to lie to you guys and say that I grew up working on my hands. I kind of feel like those just came to me as I grew up. And but I mean, more recently, I've definitely started to focus on it. But growing up, it was always just kind of footwork and setting myself up to get the best hop and obviously get the best read on the ball.
I dig it. So in terms of your offensive game, I know that you don't consider yourself a power guy right now, but along the same lines of your arm, are you just kind of waiting for age and maturation to turn these doubles into over the fence type hits?
Yeah, I mean, I'm only 17, so I don't want to rush anything, obviously, because, I mean, if I'm lifting every day huge in the weight room, just trying to get big and produce power and obviously get my arm stronger, I mean, I do focus on doing those, but I don't want to rush it to the point where I injure myself and screw myself in the long run.
Yeah. Let me follow that up really quick. I see the sweatshirt. I mean, UCLA has obviously been a big part of your life for a while now. What was it about Coach Savage and the Bruins that you really caught your eye?
They just made it feel like home. I mean, they've produced many great infielders. I mean, Utley, Crawford, McLean. I mean, just talking to him on the phone before I committed about all the benefits that he could give me and everything in LA that was there to offer for me, just, I mean, kind of made it feel like that was the right decision for me. So, I mean, it was super early when I pulled the trigger on that, and I don't regret it at all.
I mean, they've created a lot more than just those household names. It seems like every UCLA infielder that gets drafted is like making his big league debut. That Ryan Creedler kid just made his debut in Detroit. I mean, it's two guys every year. So, Ian, I'll throw it your way, man.
Yeah, well, I just want to jump back into the summer a little bit more here. You played in almost every prestigious showcase all-star game per se. Every big league field that you kids could have played on this summer. What was your biggest standout on the all-star game side of things this summer?
Perfect Game All-American was the most fun I've ever had playing baseball. I mean, they put on I loved that it was at home, obviously. I mean, it was a 20-minute drive from my house to get there and play, but that event was amazing. The MLB All-American playing at Dodger Stadium, that was the second time I've played there. But, I mean, it's insane just stepping on that field knowing that many people before have played on the same field as me. And, I mean, those were two of the greatest events I played in all summer, I feel like.
I dig it. I do want to ask a little bit about data. I mean, I know that you were introduced to like Blast Motion and Win Reality and some of these other pieces at these different showcases. With your dad being a scout, I mean, I know I don't want to weigh that too much, but do you even dive into the numbers at all, or are you like you're 100% feel?
Not at all. I just play. I don't really worry about the numbers. I mean, most of the places that I've gone to over summer where they've had me put a blast on my knob, I'll take my first round with it and then I toss it off. So I mean, I don't want to sound rude, but I don't really care to see my numbers like that. I just kind of worry about feeling the barrel and hitting the ball hard somewhere.
I just imagine you.
This is like-
just imagine you just like talk. That's for the nerds.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
Let me-
that.
now you guys do your little nod thing. I'm gonna go the other way. I dig it, man. Ian, you got anything else, or should we jump into some rapid fire questions, my man?
Let's rapid fire. Let's give some easy ones for Roch to close it out.
Let's do it. Roch, how well do you consider? Have you made a ton of friends this summer? Do you consider yourself pretty tight with some of the other guys on the circuit right now?
Oh yeah, that was for sure one of my goals this summer, was to just kind of get to know everybody and make friends along the way. I mean,
Great.
We're all going to be playing college ball in a year.
This is going to be an excellent opportunity for you to roast him then. All right, Roch Cholowsky. Out of all the guys that you met this summer, who has the wackest style?
Trent Caraway. For sure.
Isn't he an Arizona kid
too? A
too?
lot of time. No, he goes to
Yes, sir, I think.
he's a SoCal kid.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of time with him, and he's a goof.
All right.
From the way that he dresses to the way that he acts, he's an idiot.
All right. How about the other side of it? Who's got the most drip?
I don't want to say Kevin McGonigal because I know he'll be mad or he'll be happy with me.
We have Kevin McGonigal coming on in like 20 minutes.
I don't want to say Kevin. I would probably have to say this is a tough one.
No one deserves the credit.
No one deserves that dap.
I'm gonna just have to say Kevin. I mean, he shows up. He's always asking me what looks good, and he's clapping. He loves his liquid chalk, and he rubs it all over his body.
His liquid
chalk.
All right. So, do you have an older brother, younger sister? Do you have a sibling?
I have an older sister.
Older sister. Who's the one guy on the circuit that you would not let date your sister? I'm debuting this question tonight.
This is new, yeah.
I don't think I can name one that I would.
You would. Oh man, you just throw the whole class under the bus at the same time.
I don't think I think there's one kid I would let date my sister, and it's Jay Woo Cho from IMG.
Jay Woo Cho.
Jay Woo
Okay.
Cho.
My sister.
Okay.
All right, I dig it. All right, last question here, and we finish with this every time.
I lied. I would never let Nick Sanders date my sister.
Nick Sanders.
Nick Sanders.
Another shortstop you throw under the bus, huh?
For my life.
All right. Last question. What is the one random fact you know about anything? This weird random fact that you know about anything that not a lot of people know. Nick Sanders. Jeez.
That's a tough one. Oh, if you flip a burger upside down to like where the condiments and the cheese and like the lettuce and all that is on the bottom rather than the burger, it actually hits your taste buds more and makes it taste better.
Oh, is that subjective?
I feel like it, but
we're gonna run it.
So wait, is this
a reverse burger?
Is this a Roch fact or is this an actual fact?
A Roch fact.
I found it. I was told by my uncle has a friend who owns a bar, and he has everyone at his bar. I don't think it's open anymore. It's called Rocky's, but everyone there would flip their burger upside down because it was his science, whatever he said it was, that it tasted better. And
that's pretty good.
We're calling it a fact.
We're calling it a fact, and I'm gonna try it, and that might go top 10.
That might be the thing.
Right away.
Roch facts, for sure.
Roch facts, man. Roch Cholowsky, the pride of Hamilton, Chandler, Arizona. Roch, we're rooting for you, man. Excited to see what you do this spring. Excited to see what turns up in your winter, and we'll see what happens in July, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it, Roch, man. Thanks a lot, man.